we do, I'd like to thank all the members of the HOA for their ongoing efforts in maintaining the moral integrity of our YouTube community. These matters are not easy to navigate, but our commitment to transparency, you know, we're super transparent, and justice is what sets this community apart from the rest of those people, you know. Okay.
And the other sectors.
Yep. This meeting is now adjourned. Thank you, everyone, for your time and your contributions.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so intermission. We're gonna play this. We're gonna play this video.
And
scene. Snacky snacks, your drinky drinks, whatever you need. Smoke them if you got them. Roll them if you need to. Eat you a gummy, whatever. I need to run and go grab a drink and potty. I'm gonna play this video real quick. Thank you so much, Steph B, for the 10 gifted memberships. Please, if
I
you
also
got
wanted
one,
to let people know that there is no cost. So if anybody asks you for money in the chat, there is no cost to join the HOA. So don't send them your money.
Don't send anybody. No, we're not doing that.
Save your money.
Save your money. Okay, here we go.
Riding on my high horse, got the world beneath my feet. Every move's calculated, can't accept defeat. Conscious clean, I strut, my head held high, judging all the fools that can't even try. Standing tall with pride, I'm the king of this show. I'm the voice of the righteous, can't break my stride. On my moral high horse, in my truth I abide. The haters gonna hate, but I'm set to ignite with a heart full of power. Ready for the fight. Critics howling in the dark, but I'm shining like gold. The words don't faze me, too busy being bold. I'm a self-made champion, living life my way. While they climb the moral ladder, I've already won the day. Watch them fall behind while I rise up and glow. I'm the voice of the righteous, can't break my stride. On my moral high horse, in my truth I abide. The haters gonna hate, but I'm set to ignite with a heart full of power. Ready for the fight. Critics howling in the dark, but I'm shining like gold. The words don't faze me, too busy being bold. I'm a self-made champion, living life my way. While they climb the moral ladder, I've already won the day. Watch them fall behind while I rise up and glow. I'm the voice of the righteous, can't break my stride. On my moral high horse, in my truth I abide. The haters gonna hate, but I'm set to ignite with a heart full of power. With a heart full of power, ready for the fight. This high horse won't stumble, it's built to fly. In my realm of virtue, you can't deny.
Look, there we are.
This high horse won't stumble, it's built to fly.
Love it.
In my realm of virtue, you can't deny.
We're looking pretty thin.
This high horse won't stumble, it's built to fly.
Might be over here.
In my realm of virtue, you
I
can't
don't even have it at all.
That's you in the back.
I'm flying the drone.
Oh, I was like, wait, where's Green? I didn't know she was up here.
It's built to fly. I'm the voice of the righteous, can't break my stride. On my moral high horse, in my truth I abide. Can't break my stride. The haters gonna hate, but I'm set to ignite with a heart full of power. Ready for the fight.
All right.
Who did that? I have to know. Can I
Me.
know?
Me.
You made that?
Oh,
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Nice,
Nunya,
Nunya.
JoneS'N, I'm impressed.
Did you call me Nunya?
I did for a second.
did.
I don't know what
Oh,
you want.
yourself.
I was gonna speak in the third person. Apparently, I was gonna say Nunya is impressed. JoneS'N.
I need to
I'll
speak with
fucking
the
know what's going
president
on
of this HOA.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
me. Apparently,
yes,
the
but-
floor
for
is
the
always
record,
open
listen.
for questioning.
Y'all are calling me a finger pointer, and all along, every finger I pointed turned out to be right.
What finger pointing?
Oh.
All the speculation, all that. When I was outside of that house, I got all the information, and the courtroom just proved me right.
Ma'am, Bullhorn Grain, could you please hold? I need to start the clock because
Oh, no. I get
community
permission when you
members
start
are
the clock.
only
I just had to
allowed
get my
3
words in
minutes.
beforehand.
I'm
I just
gonna
had to
let
get everything
you
in.
start over, but I do have. Oh, no. Well, she's allowed 3 minutes, but okay, if she comes back, I'll allow her to start over with the 3 minutes.
Thank you
Well,
again, Steph, for the gifted memberships. Here's
Really
some.
quickly, I just wanted to make sure The Truth, the creator, wanted us to remind everybody that Christmas is going to be on December 25th this year. It has in fact not been canceled.
I
I
feel
know
like
there's a
that's
lot
a
of
dig at me.
rumors. No, I know there's a no, not it wasn't Grain. It was a long time ago when the song first started. It had nothing to do with you. But she did want me to remind everybody that it is in fact not canceled. There's been some rumors on the streets that Christmas was canceled this year,
I
but
have been collecting the notes from the chat, President.
uh-huh.
I didn't know if you wanted me to read them at this time or
Oh,
later.
absolutely. Go ahead. I'll
But I
shut up.
am. So far, I have 4.
You're
Laundry
the boss.
wants to know. I'm just the secretary, the lowly secretary. Laundry would like to know if we can replace her golf cart. I feel like we can mark this one off because we handle horses, not carts. So I think she might be
Yeah.
drunk and at the wrong meeting.
Sorry, Landry.
Peekaboo was streaking through the HOA meeting, and it did cause a little discord with a couple of members, but everybody else seemed to be fine with it. So I say it's fine.
Okay.
If you are okay with that, okay.
I think
Chico
everybody is
wants
fine with Peekaboo streaking. It's kind
streaking.
of what she
Okay.
does. We accept her for who
Totally
she is.
down. Totally down.
We accept all kinds of kinds here. Chico would like it to be known that she does not share hits of her blunt. So please do not
Whoa.
approach her and ask her in the chat. She will not be sharing any of it.
Oh, so there
And
isn't
that
a
is
puff
perfectly
pass policy?
no puff puff pass when it comes to Chico. Others can participate if they choose
Not
to
even
do
a
puff
dry
puff
lip
pass.
puff pass?
You'll have to take that up with her. That I don't feel like that's
Oh.
an HOA matter. The Truth, again, our president previously touched on this, but Truth does want again to remind us that Christmas is on December 25th of this year. And Elizabeth would like to know, has the HOA approved trick or drink?
Is it
I
my
don't
turn
know
yet?
Oh,
what
duh.
trick or
Trick or
drink
drink.
is,
Yeah.
Trick or drinking?
I guess.
Trick or
Is
drinking.
that what it's called?
That is all the questions from the floor for now. I will continue to scroll as we allow Bullhorn
Hey,
Rain
Cookie.
for minutes.
Bullhorn Grain. You have the
Okay.
floor, babe.
Thank you. I just wanted to say that it is imperative that you allow me to post a GoFundMe because I need a new drone in order to adequately film you guys on your horses. It would be a shame if the community did not come together and get me a new drone so that I can zoom in on your faces as you're running, galloping through the meadows.
What happened to the last drone that we just got you to make that video?
Well, Nanya, if you remember, your horse sat on it.
Fucking Clyde.
Yeah, Clyde
Holy
with his
crap.
big old clod hoppers. Yeah. Mhm.
Huh. Okay.
Um,
Can we first try and find somebody to fix it?
Wait, is there
Mhm.
evidence that Clyde sat on it? Was there a video of this? Do you
Oh,
have
we
any
couldn't ask for
eyewitness
receipts.
accounts of that? Anything? Or are you just making this up? We need some proof.
Well, I would have to go to JoneS'N because she's the one who edited the video and it was clearly on there at the very end.
Oh,
Mhm. I think
JoneS'N,
she's
what
hiding
say you?
evidence.
I've seen it.
JoneS'N, what say you?
Me.
I
I. Can we get a
Can we
receipt?
have a vote? I need a drone.
Chat. Okay, we'll have to take a community vote, I guess. Chat. Should we replace her drone?
So Chico said she also saw it. She was there and she saw it.
Oh,
See,
See,
Chico?
okay.
Mhm. Chico's my
Chico's
ride or
got your
die, by the
back.
way.
Interesting. Not her just co-signing what she never even saw in the first place, just because. Okay.
might have something to do with that blunt earlier, but that
Right.
ain't my business.
And in order for me, oh, by the way, in order for me, there's just one small, minor request.
Uh-huh.
In order for me to travel such great distances with the drone,
Uh-huh.
I need a brand new camper, like the whole to do, and trailer
Ooh.
to pull along behind. Because, with the horses and stuff, we have to keep the drone away from the horses.
Well, the truth said,
As we
you're
walk.
on your own and you should start a GoFundMe.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh, I would
I
agree.
second the truth statement.
But I need backing.
Okay.
I need you all to share the link and everything so that I get the full benefit of the GoFundMe.
We like open back chairs here. There's no backing here.
Haven't you
That's-
heard?
yeah.
I don't support
We
pay
sit on
links
stools.
for friends. I do
You know
not
what?
drop them bitches anytime for anyone. Haven't you heard?
But I do you all a tremendous favor by going out and harassing you and filming you while you're galloping through the forest.
Oh, you hear that? Your
What?
time is up. Sorry. that
Oh.
is very petty.
We're not.
That was
I love you, ladies.
rude.
Carry on. Sorry to interrupt.
Love it, Grain. Love it.
Okay, so the drone was approved because of Clyde. Way to go, President. And you're on your own.
Can we also make it known I did not make myself the president. I just happened to be asleep at the time where I was appointed president. So I just want everybody to know, because God knows that'll be the next rumor of here I go, appointing myself as the leader of everyone.
That's
No,
why she's JoneS'N's handler.
all I do is read the scripts and do what I'm told. So I won't tell you who told me what to do. But I'm just saying, I was told.
ChatGPT
It was
told us what to
ChatGPT.
do.
That is true.
So-
That is very true.
Okay, Vice President here. What's first on the list? What do you guys want to discuss first? The Rico Suave, or which that kind of combines with the GoFundMe's and all the money raising going on right now by several people, not just one or two, several people.
And the
Or
bullshit.
we can go over well, that's pretty much it, isn't it? Rico. So here's my thing.
It's pretty much the talk of the town, is it not?
It is. I'm kind of over it because I'm tired of the begging. I'm tired of, like, why are y'all fighting this Rico, or not Rico, the what's it called, Deets?
Injunction.
That thing. Why are y'all fighting this tooth and nail when there's like, what's the reason? I don't understand the reason of fighting against this injunction. Like, why not just shut it down and step away from it, considering there's no new information coming out pertaining to Sebastian? So what y'all are essentially doing is fighting back these criminals, right? You're fighting the criminals for more future opportunities to continue to say what you want about these parents. Like, I don't understand it. You're literally fighting for that. If there's nothing going on in the case, it shouldn't be that hard to say, you know what? Fuck it. I put my pride to the side. I'm going to step back from this situation. I'll private what I need to private or edit what I need to edit, and we'll be done with it. It's not that hard.
That's a good point. You're essentially fighting to talk crap about a parent. I mean, the way you laid it out
That's
there.
what they're fighting right now. They're not fighting to talk about Sebastian.
Well, I think that's where, like, it's kind of been hidden. I know that those documents are a lot for anybody. If you don't speak legalese, if you don't really know the legal stuff, which I am that person, so I'm talking about myself. So even sitting down and listening to somebody read it all off and show all the exhibits, that is very hard to take that and put it into layman's terms so that the layman like myself can understand it. But thank goodness for Deets, because she was willing to sit with me and answer all my millions of questions, this paragraph at a time. And when you do
To the
go
best of
through
my
it,
ability,
for
let's
me,
can we
yes,
can we
'cause
update
you
that
are
real
not,
quick?
yeah,
None of us are lawyers or have any legal
no,
knowledge. We've never been paralegals or self-proclaimed paralegals
we
or
just
any of
ask
that
a lot of
ish. Just
questions.
trying to yes, we like to
Yeah.
ask questions.
But I also feel like my kind of conclusion that I came to in the end of it was, I feel like it's very hard to understand how we are, woohoo, go proud foots against Betty and shut her down for her harassment and cyber stalking and defamation of them. And then we're like, no, Seth, don't do this. You're just trying to make us silent. Like,
Right.
both of them can absolutely be true. Nobody is just trying to like, people make it seem as if this is taking your freedom of speech away. No, there are some really terrible things that were said and done by some of these creators, not just one person, not just two people, 52 people apparently. And if the accusations, I will put that out there, if the accusations are legit and they have any type of, like, they actually happen, some of them are terrible. Doxing somebody's mom because you thought that they weren't they didn't do the job that they said that they did. What in the world?
It's
Putting her
insane.
job out there, putting a school where elementary children go, and people are crazy on the internet. What in the world? Like,
Allegedly,
it's why
we only know what's
allegedly, y'all.
claimed in that injunction. I don't know
Right.
if that
If
took place in
that's
all
why I
50
said,
yeah.
if any of those things actually happen, you are doing the same thing. You have done the same thing. And so now, to me, your option is shut the fuck up. The crazy part to me is then I turn around today, because I've been online since I'm home this week. I've been online more, and I look today and you're right back at it. So
Yeah.
you want, like, you cannot say this. Truly, to me, people talk about, oh, they just want to shut me down. They just don't want to be criticized by me. This is far, far allegedly above criticism. This is not just criticism. You can criticize people all day, every day. That is free. Good for you. But it's not too hard to shut the fuck up. It's not too hard not to dox people. It's not too hard to get so emotionally connected to something that you do a live stream from 9:15 to 12:15 every single day for 6 months about the same person, and you follow them and you go over everything that they've done for the last 6 months. Like, come on now. That's not freedom of speech. Sorry, not
Well,
sorry.
someone said free speech should be free. Is supposed to be free, but and it is. But freedom of speech doesn't come without. There's limitations to what we can say. I think, we're all aware of that. That free speech, because for me, some of this feels like a lot of people are taking issue with this when they're supporting the Proudfoots doing it to Betty. And I think that we can find that there are instances in both situations that we might agree with and disagree
Yeah.
with. But
Yeah.
the freedom of speech, I think we should all get on the same page with that. We are allowed our freedom of speech. However, there are limitations to what we can and cannot say and do and put on people. And that's
And
not Madam Secretary telling you that. That's the US Constitution
so
telling you that.
here's a few comments I starred. Nonsense said the only thing being asked for in the injunction is the threats to stop and defamation. However, it's because of the plaintiffs muddying, I think, and claims made. For me, if it was Seth, I'd support. I think that Brittany J shouldn't be involved in this.
Yep.
I think no one, honestly, I think none of them except Seth should be
I
involved in this.
I actually agree with Julia.
What Julia
If
said.
if all of the claims that are there for Julia, she's the other one I do agree with.
Yes. If those claims
Oh,
are all
Julia in the
correct,
thing. I thought you meant
If
Congress.
they're
yeah,
true,
if she
that's
can prove her credentials and prove she was actually like if her claims are all accurate, like Dunya said, I do think that
Yep.
she might have a situation
But I
there.
also feel like it's up to like the only ones in the situation that have a right to, continue with this and to defend themselves, in my opinion, this is strictly me, are the Proudfoots. They were, there were things put in that injunction. I mean, there's false claims for all of them, right? But they're the only ones that matter to me in the injunction. If they want to handle it, then that's what they'll do. But I feel like right now, y'all are fighting for your right to continue to fight, to continue the madness.
Yeah.
That makes no sense. You're not fighting for the right to be able to talk about Sebastian because ain't a goddamn one of you done that.
Well, and my question here is so far this injunction has only been filed. It has not been accepted. It is not, or it hasn't been put on a docket in front of a judge. None of that.
Mhm.
So, what did you guys say? There was like 3 or 4 GoFundMe's currently for this. Like, what is with the
Well,
premature?
you got
I understand some of them because, like, you might have to call and get some legal advice beforehand.
Or
But
it may
some
take
of
you a
them,
little while if you have a smaller audience. It may take you a little while to
right?
get to the amount
But
you'll
some of
actually
them,
need to pay a lawyer. So I could understand that.
some of them who aren't even the defendants out here with like GoFundMe's and
Yeah,
shit. Like,
true.
what is going on?
And why is it everybody else's responsibility? Like, why? I don't understand. You're the creator. You're the one on these platforms spewing the foul shit. It's great if you have subs that want to support you, but and this could just be me. If I was in this situation, I personally, if I wasn't shutting it down and I was continuing to follow through with it, defending myself, I wouldn't take a dime from subs to do that because I got myself into it. My mouth did that. My
Melissa said that they
accusations.
challenged to be brought to court.
Yes,
They
there's one not Granny, I think the other lady, which I don't know much about her other than
I don't
just
even.
little bits here and there that I've heard, but nothing in depth. But I think the other lady was like, "I dare you."
Oh,
Oh, okay.
barbecue
Barbecue.
The
lady.
barbecue
Yeah.
lady. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of
But
attorneys do have a free consultation. That's true. Like, if you're not a defendant, like, I don't see anything wrong with calling and getting a free consultation. A lot of these are content creators who make plenty on their channel. I'm sure they can afford to call and have a paid consultation as well. A paid consultation isn't thousands and thousands of dollars. So if you're not named as a defendant on a non-approved injunction, why are you gathering so much right now?
I agree. And I agree with
well,
what Jason said that the chat, does contribute to the shit
yeah, it
talking.
does.
They absolutely do. And I think that's why these subs
The
feel
bone
so
collectors.
inclined to put money towards it for the creator. That's fine. Do
Well,
what
and
you
let's
want,
be
but
I mean,
Granny
let's be
challenge
real though.
Brittany.
If you do allow that stuff, like to me, I well, probably because I'm so high up on my horse and shit, I do think that channel owners are responsible for
Yes.
maintaining what standard they want in their chat, in their, on their panels, all of those kinds of things. And so to me, now does that mean you can do your content and watch everything in the chat? Absolutely not. But it does mean that you've connected yourself with good mods who you've laid out or said what you will allow or won't allow, and those mods handle that for you. If you don't have that, it
Um,
means you're letting everybody run rogue.
and I
and
agree
let me
with I'm
Oh, go
sorry.
ahead.
Go ahead, Deets.
Sorry, Mrs. Vice President, please go ahead.
I was just gonna say I agree with Not That Amber, because she said use some of the money you made off talking about him for your lawyer fund. I do kind of agree with that too, because we've seen the views, we've seen the numbers. We're not blind. We all see it.
Yeah.
Y'all have been banking, whether it's Brittany J, Granny, Queen, Clue, whoever. Y'all are banking off this child's case. Use some of that money. Y'all are doubled up right now on money, probably. So
And I seen one of the I don't know what chat I was even in, but yesterday it kind of frustrated me. Somebody had said, I don't think I don't think they're a defendant. I think they may be like one of the does, or their name was mentioned or something like that, right? And so they're in a chat and they're like, people don't understand how this affects my real life. I have kids, for fuck's sakes. And I'm like, I need you to get up on your panel to run your channel as if you have something to fucking lose. Because when you walk
absolutely
around like you have nothing to lose, of course you're going to be reckless.
right.
Well,
And
that's
that's
But
what
what
I
stop
I'm
meant
making
saying.
by you
everybody else
fuck around.
responsible, and then I'm gonna collect money while still being reckless.
Yeah.
What?
And we're going to fuck around with
Crazy.
crooks and criminals and then be completely surprised when something like this is dropped on us. The fuck out of here. Y'all continued. Y'all, it just is what it is, man. It's
Well,
so
you
ridiculous.
I mean, everybody was given multiple warnings, were they not? Multiple
Yeah.
warnings. And so
They've been talking about this injunction.
why is anybody shocked that this is where we are? Like, I mean, I'm shocked that I guess I am shocked that someone actually went and did it, but when you are the people actually being warned repeatedly, you would think you would take heed to that. And to Wee's comment, that's why we added a big if she can prove all those claims, if Julia can
Absolutely.
prove that she, has that clearance, that she did go to Tennessee, that she is all those things. That's why we said there's a big if, because this is another thing we have to remember. It's something I'm learning listening to the Leilani trial. Like, just because someone gets on YouTube and says a bunch of shit doesn't mean that's going to matter as it pertains later. Like, she could claim that, yes, I was very elusive when it came to my credentials and my stuff online to protect my identity. So I don't know. That's why there's a big if in asterisks pertaining to Julia.
I just want to say I tried to put a catfish on my horse, and this is what I
Yeah.
got.
I knew that's
What
what those
is
were
it?
supposed to be.
Can you make it big so I can see it?
Yeah.
But don't yell at anyone.
I won't.
Jones,
Don't
and you
yell
have
at
to make it
anyone.
up there. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
That's
it didn't come
cool.
out the way I wanted, but I figured it
You
was
look
a
like
good
you're
laugh.
fishing.
Right.
You're fishing.
So yeah. Hello.
I love it.
Oh, what I was going to say earlier before AMAC talks. If you are a creator on this platform, it is and making anything, even if it's just a couple $100 a month, look into an LLC. I know everybody gave Molly Golightly shit for being an LLC, but especially in this drama sector, if you are a creator, look into having an LLC and thank me later.
I mean, nobody's saying that this whole crew and this whole thing isn't, or we're not saying it's legit. I mean, the company itself is a new company. It started from it. It doesn't even make sense. Me and Yet were going over some of the stuff in it the other night. She told me about, but it doesn't take away from the fact that you ain't got to be a legit LLC, a legit company to necessarily be able to take this type of uh injunction or put this type of injunction forward. I think it's so much easier to just shut the fuck up. That's what I think.
Well, the reason that I recommend an LLC for creators, and it's like, again, it's not very hard, is it's going to add an extra layer of, protection on your personal liabilities as a content creator. But again, I don't want to be up here like preaching to y'all about this. Just if you are a content creator, and with the lawsuits are freaking flying, y'all, the suits, injunctions, and all that are flying.
Facts,
You might take a few
ROs.
extra steps to
Protect yourself.
CYA. Just cover your ass.
I agree,
Yeah.
Nonsense. We seen what was coming. We tried to say, like, cool your jets, like calm down a little bit, and nobody wanted to take heed to that. But that's why I mean, like, you can't be shocked that these people, look at who they are. You can't be shocked that they've pulled some bullshit like this. And it's either shut up and defend yourself, right? Well, it seems much easier to just shut the fuck up, because if you defend yourself, what are you defending yourself for? Defending yourself for the right to continue trashing parents? Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
SG, it does seem like a lot for an injunction, but you have to remember it's a multi-plaintiff injunction. That's why it's extremely excessive. And I
And
do think that's intentional.
Yeah, and I don't think anybody is delusional enough to not see that this is very, like, the intention is very clear. It may
Absolutely.
look a specific way, but they went to that state specifically for a reason. They went for those people specifically for a reason, in my opinion. And it's just the beginning. That's just my opinion of it. And I'm sure that there's a lot of people that may, see it going that same way. And really, the group of people who stand behind the parent, they give off this vibe of, we're just here to help, we just want to help, we just if all these people just move out of the way, we could bring him home tomorrow.
No, yeah.
And that's not how it works. And they're
we know that's not what
absolutely
they're here
using
for.
him to push their own agendas. A lot of them on, let's just say it, Brittany and Bullhorn Betty specifically were absolutely on there just to push their own agendas and to bulk up the suit to make it seem as if there's some legitimacy to the whole thing. I'm not saying those things, and they may be victims in their own minds and in their own hearts, and I'm not taking away their victim status from them, whatever that looks like for them. But I also think that, like, this didn't really have anything to do with them. The stuff that was said about them, the stuff that they went through, it wasn't really connected to this case. It's been ongoing for years and had nothing to do with this. So,
well, they might have something. I think you're saying, like, they might have something on their own separately, but what does have to, like, their claims, and I agree with you on this, shouldn't be attached with Sebastian's case, because that's kind of what
that's what I mean.
About,
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, and I agree. There's a lot of it that shouldn't be in there that has nothing to do with Sebastian's case. They let's use Brittany J and Granny for example. She thinks because things have continued, like Granny going for Seth, Brittany J going for the Proudfoots, and it's really just them going at each other. And she thinks that because they're using the underlying of the parents as like a shield, that includes her in this. No, it don't. And you're whack as fuck for doing this, for even signing on to it. If you feel this way and you feel this strong about being bullied, then you should do that shit on your own time, not Sebastian's.
Yep.